Hey everybody, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to True Ambition Fitness. Today's video is all about my guide dog. That's right, I'm doing the guide dog tag. Molly Burke was the first person that I saw do it. She actually got it from a couple of other people, so I'm gonna actually link her down below. But this video is literally 15 questions about my guide dog. So if you've ever been really curious on not necessarily just guide dogs in general or my guide dog, you'll know everything from his name all the way to, well, who knows what the questions have in store for us. So let's get started. Okay, so the first question is simple, really easy in fact. It is, what is your guide dog's name? Well, my guide dog's name is Odie. He is Odie-licious, Odie-1 Kenobi. That's right, he's got lots of nicknames, but he goes simply by Odie. As in, like, off of Garfield. He's just not that idiotic and stupid. Other than that, he's an amazing dog, and I'm lucky to have him. Next thing is, what is your guide dog breed? What's the breed that your guide dog is? My guide dog is a yellow lab. In fact, I'm gonna put a picture right somewhere on the screen. But wherever it shows up on the screen, you'll notice that he is quite golden. Quite often, people ask me, what breed is your dog? I just tell them yellow lab, and they're like, whoa, really? Well, he's very golden. Well, yes, he is, but he's a yellow lab. At least that's what they told me at the guide dog school. How old is your guide dog? Well, my guide dog is 2. The next 3 questions kind of tie in together, so I'm just gonna go with the flow here. First question of these 3 is, where was your guide dog trained? He was trained in San Rafael, California at Guide Dogs for the Blind. Now, he wasn't raised there. He was raised in Salt Lake City, and then that was for the first year of his life. So he's actually seen snow and all that. That's the biggest thing that I had when I went to get a guide dog. I was like, I don't want to get a dog that, doesn't know what the hell to do with snow. So they actually gave me a dog that was already used to snow. He was raised in an environment where there is snow, because we get a lot of snow where I live. And then the next question after that was, when were you certified with your guide dog? And we were certified, well, let's see. April of this year, of 2016. So I waited for about 2 years after I lost my eyesight to get my guide dog. And then once I got him, it was actually a quick process. Guide Dogs for the Blind is pretty good at getting you rolling once you actually get into their system. Now, the process of actually getting accepted and all that takes a little bit of time. But once you've been accepted, the ball gets rolling, the next thing you know, you have a guide dog and an amazing companion. Now the next question is this your first guide dog? Yes. Oh yeah, Odie is my first guide dog. He's an amazing dog. I'm lucky to have such a well-trained dog for my first guide dog. One of the reasons they gave him to me was because he is kind of still a little childish every now and then. He gets a little distracted. He is a dog. I mean, he's still young. He's 2 years old. So he does every now and then get a little distracted. By a little bit, he has 2 kryptonites. One, little itty bitty kids, and then puppies. Bigger dogs really don't bug him too much. He can work past them. But when he sees the little ones, the little puppies like the Chihuahuas, he tries to see how far he can stick my mother's dachshund's head into his mouth. That's when he actually is off harness though. But like, he does get time to be a dog. So when we actually do like, playtime with my mom's dog, he loves to just see how far he can put it into his mouth. I don't know why, that's just something Odie does. He's a freak like that. That's Odie. But Odie is just, he's an amazing dog. He gets to be himself, but he does have a few distractions. And that's one reason they gave him to me, because I'm a little bit more strict. I will tell him, hey Odie, and I will correct him. I don't mind correcting a dog. Some people, when they go get a guide dog, they don't want to pull too hard. They're scared they're going to hurt the dog. Well, I've had dogs before, and Odie, I mean, he's strong, but he ain't the strongest of them all that I've had. I had this husky dude. He would pull me like he thought he was mushing me around everywhere. That dog, but that's besides the point. Back to Odie, that's what this video is about. So here's the next question. Summarize your dog's personality in 5 words. Amazing, flirtatious, loves those girls. He loves women. He loves to walk into a group of women and just like stop and just be like, hey ladies, pet me. That's Odie. That's just the dog that he is. And he gets a married man in trouble every now and then, let's put it that way. But and let's see, another word that describes Odie. Confident. Odie is quite confident in like the decisions he makes. He really can just be walking around or guiding me, and I tell him left, and he knows, like, he can look at it and not analyze what's going on there to be sure that it's safe, and then he will move with confidence. If not, he'll let me know. He will turn to me and be like, yo, hey, Dad, that ain't safe. And that's just the chemistry that happens over time. But he's quite confident. Spunky. When I take that harness off, this dog will run circles around anybody. He's lazy sometimes. He likes to lay around the house and just lounge. But once we are off leash, outside, playing around in a confined area. But this dog, he is amazing. He listens to me well, even off leash, which is good. Sometimes he, gets a little distracted by a smell every now and then. But other than that, he's great at listening, great at just being a spunky dog and being a dog in general. That's the part that I really love about a guide dog. They're not just there to guide you and be used as a tool. He's not really a tool. He's part of me. And that's the part that I really loved when I first got him, was he is my eyes now. I'm going to see the world through his eyes until he's retired. Caring is my next word, because Odie, he is caring. He's so emotional for a dog. He will actually show you his emotions, whether he's having a bad day or he's having a really hyper good day. He's a dog, but yet at the same time, sometimes I wonder if he's a human, because I don't even know how to describe it. When my kids are having a bad day, he kind of plays nanny. Or if my wife is having a rough day, he'll sneak up on the bed and lay with her. Even though he knows he's not supposed to be, he likes to sneak on the bed. That's one rule he likes to break. And since I go to dangerous places like the gym with moving parts and stuff, I'm like, Odie, no, you need to not be jumping up. Yeah, my wife broke him. There. She broke him. But yeah, okay, she's in the background over there saying no, she didn't, but she did. He thinks I'm just saying, he's caring. When he notices that you aren't, feeling the best, he's there, and he's that emotional support. He's that rock. It's kind of hard to understand that he's actually a dog sometimes. Like, he's a great dog. What can I say? What is the best thing about your guide dog is the next question. And there's Odie right there, shaking away. That question right there is kind of hard. What is the best thing? All those 5 words that I said were quite amazing. Amazing in itself. So we'll go with that. He is just an amazing dog. He has this retainability. He retains stuff quite easy. I tell him, hey, there's this pole. He remembers that pole pretty much after the first time, which is, I noticed, kind of rare compared to some of the other dogs that we were trained with. Sometimes they had to be told multiple times, but Odie's pretty good at just, once he gets a target, he's got that in his eyes and he ain't gonna let it go. He's an amazing dog. Right now he's gonna try to get under the camera and lay at your guys' feet. Here we go. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys real quick. Odie, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, and okay, in the process of trying to show you guys Odie, I actually turned the camera off, so oops, yeah, my bad. But yeah, Odie loves to be around me. That's just him. That's the caring part on him. That's him being Odie. That's the guide dog in him, I guess. He is quite caring for me, which is another amazing attribute of this dog. It's just cool. Next question is, what's the funniest thing about your guide dog? Well, one of the funniest things that I've been told about him is that he scolds. Like, he kind of raises his lip and he's like, what the heck? When he doesn't like something, or you're talking to him funny or something, I guess he just kind of raises that lip and gets it stuck in his teeth, and the next thing you know, it looks like he's so he scolds at you every now and then. And me, I don't notice that because I can't see it, but it's just you still can feel him. When I talk to him, he turns his head, does all those things. He's just quite an expressive dog. So one of these days I gotta show you guys all the things he does with his eyebrows. I can feel that. I touch the top of his head and he just raises them low. He's just quite expressive. He's a cool dog. But to be honest with you, the funniest thing that Odie has ever done is probably when he shoves my mother's dog's head as far as he can into his mouth, just to see how far he can get it in there. He doesn't hurt him, he doesn't bite down, he just tries to see how far the dachshund's head can fit into his mouth. That's Odie. Okay, next question is, has your dog maybe like put you in any awkward situations or anything like that? And yes, he has. In fact, about, I'm gonna say 2-3 weeks ago, I went to go see Suicide Squad, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta go to the restroom. Long movie, got done, we went to go to the restroom. Well, everybody else is in the restroom at the same time. Odie, being in the hurry, because he probably has to go potty too, is like, okay, I'm gonna take you where you need to go. Well, all the stalls, usually we just go straight to the urinal. Well, all the stalls and all the urinals were full. Odie didn't care. He's like, hey, human, you can go pee here. And he pulls me up right in between two dudes doing their business. I mean, there's one on each side of me, and he's just, but I couldn't get him to back up. Like, he wouldn't back up to, get out of the way of these guys, just, standing there doing their thing. And you can't just be like, sir, like, no. I mean, we're all kind of standing there holding, and we're a little busy at the moment in time. You get what I mean? So Odie had me stand there for like a good solid like minute to 2 minutes, and I'm like waiting for one of these guys to finish. I'm like, this is one of the most awkward moments in my life. Like, oh my gosh. And at least they knew I wasn't staring at them and like trying to look, man. We'll just leave it at that. Odie, you can be a jerk sometimes. What's your guide dog like in harness? So I told you when he's out of harness, he's a very spunky dog. He loves to just play and do all kinds of stuff, right? Or be lazy like he is right now at my feet. But other than that, Odie, when he is in harness, he is well-mannered and extremely, like I said earlier, confident. He's very good at being a guide dog. He's very, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't even have a word for it. Let's put it this way. At the school, they said they didn't think he was gonna be a guide dog. When he first got there, he had too much energy, he was too rambunctious. And they're like, okay, we'll see how he does when we put the harness on. Once they taught him, hey, harness means work, that's exactly what he does. He knows when he is in that harness. One thing, he loves food. So if you give him food rewards, I mean, he's gonna do anything for you. But and also one cool thing is he normally doesn't take food from anybody else unless it's my niece, and for some reason the 2-year-old is his kryptonite. That's why earlier I said sometimes kids distract him. It's because of her. She gives him Cheez-Its all the time. Well, not all the time. It's happened like twice, but she sneaks them to him, and I don't know what's happening because, well, I can't see it. He gets in trouble. But yeah, no, when he's in harness, he normally is extremely focused and confident in what he's doing. I tell him, hey, Odie, left. He knows, like I said earlier, he's confident in the movements he makes, and he's confident in moving me around. Once they gave him that job, he knew what it meant, and once he learned exactly the commands and everything that went along with it, he just got it down packed. He's a great guide dog, and that's one reason he did so well. They didn't think he would, but it's just because you had to give him meaning. Other than that, he's just a dog. He just wants to play, Okay, so quirks that your dog has. Well, a quirk that my dog has is every morning when the kids were out of school, he is my alarm. The kids wake up around 8 o'clock, so does he then. That's during the summer at least. During this time of the year, shoot, I wake up at like 6:30, but during the summer I kind of like to sleep in a little bit. It's the summertime, come on. I work at night, and I work out right after I wake up. But he would be my alarm every morning. And the way he does that is he doesn't jump on the bed, he doesn't do anything like that. His bed is right to my left on the floor. So he'll just stand up, turn over, set his head on the bed, and just go in my ear until I wake up, which is normally about 5 or 6 grunts. And then I'm just like, are you, yes, I'm up, Odie. And then he'll kind of start nudging my face like, hey, let's go get food. Get him food, then I take him out. And then he's fine. But that's a little quirk that he has. He always does that. Same thing, whenever he wants random attention, he'll go up, put his head on your lap, and just go, like, that's him saying, hey, give me attention. And then you can go from there and figure out whether the attention is like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom, or hey, just pet my ears. I love my ears pet. Yeah, he loves to get scratched right behind the ears. I mean, what guy doesn't, right? Next question is, where does your guide dog work best? And I'm gonna go with everywhere. I mean, I think the only place he doesn't work well at is like school because of all the kids. But I'm not saying he's distracted. He notices, he's a little bit more aware of what's going on. Now when we're out anywhere else working, he works amazing. He doesn't really stop for anything unless it's a safety reason, you know, oh hey, there's a curb, hey, there's a car, whatever. But I mean, he works well almost anywhere and everywhere. We've gone anywhere from the lake to a mall to a wedding to large events to the movies, and he's just very calm and adamant when he's in harness. He listens quite well and focuses on everything at hand. I'm an amazing dog, what can I say? What is your guide's favorite thing to do off harness? Well, when he's out of his harness, like I said, he loves to play, loves to be spunky, loves to play with the kids. But probably the best thing that he loves to do, he loves to go out. I have this big, huge, long tug rope. He loves to play tug, and as long as I throw it out a little bit, he'll bring it back, and he likes to see how many times he can get around me before I get a hold of the rope, because he'll growl when he gets closer, so I know he's there, so I can try to find the rope. And if I can get it the first time, he'll actually let go and give it to me, but other than that, he'll tug. He made a little game out of it. He's the one who invented this. I just went with it, you know. He has his own little quirks, and I think that's also one of those too. He's just a cool dog, and that's one thing he loves to do with off harness is just play tug. He loves tug of war. He loves to play. Now, he's not like a sleeper or anything like that. I mean, he does like to loaf around the house, but that's only when the rest of us are not doing anything, you know. As long as we're doing something, he wants to be doing it, and he hates it when I leave him at home alone. Now the last question is, has your guide dog done anything like above and beyond the line of duty, like his actual job? And yes and no. I mean, he hasn't done anything like miraculous, like pulled a child out from the middle of the road as it's about to get hit by a car or anything like that. But he does do this cool little thing. Like a lot of you might know, I'm a veteran and I have PTSD. So sometimes, some part of the years, sometimes there's a certain part of the year, holy cow, if I could talk. He is pretty much a PTSD dog for me too. Like when there's loud noises or anything like that, he's aware of it. And he notices that. It gets me a little anxious too. So he actually kind of puts himself in between that and me, whatever the noise is or whatever the object is, whatever it happens to be. He makes sure that he is protecting me from it, which is kind of what a guide dog does anyways. They block you from the road, they block you from water, they make sure that you're not gonna do anything that's gonna harm yourself, but he notices that noises sometimes get me a little anxious just because of my PTSD. And it's quite amazing. I found this out within like 3 weeks after getting him. It's the cool little things that he has picked up just by getting that little chemistry and that time with me, and it's just, we work great together. And that's one thing he's done above and beyond the line of duty, that he's there for me. He's that emotional support, that rock that I need. Obviously my wife's that, but Odie it's kind of like a bromance if you think about it. He's the only other guy in the house. We got my wife, we got my 2 daughters, and then we got Odie and I. So yeah, Odie, you're amazing. You help me out. You get me from point A to point B safely, and a lot of people don't realize that's what a guide dog does. They don't know where they're going. They just listen to you. You're the map, you're the navigation. He's the thing that's making sure that we're getting from point A to point B safely. He's like the vehicle, I'm the navigation. It's amazing, but he's a great dog, and I'm lucky to have him. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button while you're in here too. Check me out on Instagram, Twitter, well, pretty much all social media platforms. I'm on Periscope also, and I got a Facebook page. All of it is True Ambition Fitness. Check it out. As I finish every video, go out there, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Be ambitious. I'll catch you guys next time. Later.